Hey guys, Kyle here. I just want to start this video off by just saying thank you for tuning in to the channel. As I was rolling through the footage and doing my editing for this, we rolled over 500 subscribers on YouTube, and we're now eligible to apply for the YouTube Partnership Program, and I'm real excited about it. I've had a lot of fun making these videos, and I really want to see where we can kind of take this thing. And I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. As you can see, we got a lot of people tuning in that aren't subscribed to the channel.
Numbers up, those are rookie numbers in this racket.
So if you'll do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And once we get to 1,000, that's when we're going to do our first giveaway. I'm thinking about doing some kind of swag bag, maybe some recovery gear, something like that. I'm looking into some merch for the channel itself as well as we continue to grow. I just wanted to take a little opportunity to say thank you, and you guys are awesome. So enough of my shameless plug here. Let's get into the video. Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Kyle and welcome to the LRT Outpost. If you're new to the channel, basically I just have a bunch of random stuff I like to tinker on and play with, and y'all just get to hang out and see what I'm doing for the day. And lately we've been chipping away at our Razor ProXP build, and I still got a good little mountain of boxes of accessories for it. Some upgrades just kind of help protect the unit and us while we're inside of the cab. Also some kind of comfort-like upgrades just to keep us a little bit more comfortable. We may also do a wheel and tire swap. I don't know yet. We're going to do some measuring. We may end up robbing the wheel and tire setup off of our budget build Razor. We'll just see what happens. So let's pull this unit back in here and get into it. All right, so if y'all happen to catch my video where I actually introduced our ProXP and did a little walk around, I'll do a little tag for it, so you can go watch that if you would like. Came with these Mud Buster fender flares on the front and the rear, and I don't like the floppy fenders. I thought I could get kind of used to them. They don't look awful on this. Most of the time they look terrible in my opinion on most units. But I don't like it. I don't like it. So we're going to do something about that. And I couldn't find just a rear set like I liked. So I went on Amazon, came across some China specials, and we'll just mock it up and see what they look like. So that's where we're going to get started. Awesome. They come in a bunch of different pieces and nothing is labeled. This is going to take a while. Luckily, we only need the rears, but I got to figure out which pieces are for the rear. Okay, we got the two rear fenders assembled. The instructions were complete garbage, by the way. You had to like figure out what hardware and all the pieces. But anyways, China, whatever. Honestly, I'm not too upset about it though. It feels to be like nice, thick plastic. Feel pretty good, and they look pretty good. So, kind of impressed. We'll see what they look like. I actually kind of have high hopes. I think they're going to look pretty good. I have to say, pretty impressed. That turned out pretty good. Fitment is pretty daggone nice for the most part. I did drill an extra hole here and put a push pin in it because it was still kind of floppy right here. And it called for a push pin here, but I wanted to put another bolt here. So I did a bolt here and a bolt here and one here just for additional strength, because I didn't use the fronts, so I had leftover hardware to do that with. I just feel like it's a lot stronger than just using all plastic push pins. I was a little concerned about this area around the gas tank, but fits right nice. Okay, so we got the floppy McGee off of there, but we are going to leave the inside one because it actually protects from getting so dirty, because it actually blocks off that hole right there. We just shoot right in through here and just basically just spray you. So we're going to leave those. I like those being there. I don't know if we'll be able to leave them up there, but I actually got some aluminum ones from DRT Motorsports, and I just wanted to give a shout out. Like, nice box and all, but it's packed up real nice, and they do look nice. It's aluminum. It's got a little DRT, but they really know. I mean, they really know what guys want. Anybody who messes with stuff and orders parts for your car or motorcycle, whatever it is, like, ba-bam. I mean, you got to give us a sticker. I mean, if you're a company that's selling parts and you are not including a sticker in the box, like, what are you doing with your life? All right, so that's going to work out pretty good. We're going to be able to keep our inner mud buster flare, and this just slid in behind the factory plastic fender flare. And I just had to take this torque bolt out from the bottom here. So that works out pretty nicely. Turned out pretty good. Like that, nice and sturdy. And it's almost kind of more like an inner fender liner, really. That worked out really well. Pretty happy with that. I got those just because I like the way they looked a little bit better, and plus they're aluminum, and it's just plastic right there, and the tires are right behind it, so you know, rocks or whatever get slung up in there, and it's just plastic, so just kind of would make me feel a little bit better if we actually got like a little bit of a metal panel there instead of just the plastic little wall. And plus I think they're going to look a lot cooler anyways. All right, so while we're adding some additional protection and style to the back here, one of the things that I really like is this frog skin covering over the intake. Like, this is the intake for the motor, the other side is for the intake for the CVT transmission. They're already factory snorkeled kind of like up high, which I like. However, the exhaust isn't, so I don't know, we're gonna have to fix that. But anyways, some people have a love-hate relationship with this frog skin material. I've had really good luck with it. You can get sheets of it. I've cut it and like use it as like a pre-filter for like my homemade snorkel kits and stuff. It holds up really nice. Just gotta be, you know, use a little common sense and be a little gentle with it when you wash it and stuff. However, it's kind of exposed. My concern is just like going through the trails and stuff and just trees or limbs or something and just taking it right off, or scratching it up, cutting it up, whatever the case is. So I actually came across these nice little screen things. These are from Assault Industries. It looks nice. Just a little added layer of protection and also a little style. However, the kit, it came with these like just little black screws like this. So I don't really like that. So I'm going to use some rivets that I found. These are a little bit too long, but it's okay, they work. Just because I think it'll look a lot nicer. I'm not going to do the rivets on this inside here for the CVT intake, because like I said a second ago, the exhaust for the CVT is not snorkeled. It sits up like kind of on top of the motor and like blows off on the header pipe, which is kind of a cool idea, I guess. You're kind of getting a little bit of airflow off that header pipe for some cooling effect or whatever, but it can still ingest water, and anybody that messes with these things knows that water and CVTs do not mix very well. The belt will slip and you're just kind of screwed. So I'm going to have to end up snorkeling that up high. So I think I'm going to do a homemade kind of like stealth snorkel. So I may have to just cut this out anyways and just have a like an dual elbow sticking out. So since I'm going to end up having to mess with that anyways, I don't want to have to go through the hassle of drilling all those rivets back out later. It'll just save me a headache down the road. But the rest of them I'm going to go ahead and rivet in. So let's go ahead and knock that out real fast. All right, those turned out really good, and I'm glad I went with the rivets. I really like that look better with that little contrast on that black. And I also kind of threw this up here, this little tailgate kind of bed extender thing. Little black metal thing, I found it on Amazon. Another China special I came across, but there's some aftermarket companies, like reputable ones. Honestly, I didn't really like the look of any of those, but I'm pretty impressed with that and these over fenders that we got. So the unit is really starting to take on a nice style. Okay, we are back in the shop. So my next thing is, I really like the cab in the Pro. The main thing is I really like having the full glass windshield. However, when you're driving and that air comes in, it just creates like a vortex, and all this dust and grass or whatever's in the floorboards just gets churned up, and it blows like right in your face and gets in your eyes and stuff like that. So in efforts to try to fix that, plus also want some protection in the back here, we got us a full rear windshield from Super ATV. Wow, that was a lot more of a pain than I thought, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. It does close in the back real nice. It even covers up the little sides here too. It's lightly tinted. And while we're making the cab a little bit more comfortable, we're also going to get rid of these cheapo door bags here. Like I said, it's going to be kind of more of like a higher end build. So we're going to get rid of those cheapos and we're going to replace them with some nice ones from PRP seats. So I have one for each side, and it has like a little pad for your knee as well. So we're going to go ahead and throw those in. Those were real nice upgrade. They kind of slipped in behind the door skin, so they look much nicer than the ones that just kind of bolt on to the front there. Nice little pad for your knee. You can take that out and use it as extra pocket if you want to, but I like having that little pad there for your leg against the door. You got this nice big old pouch here. So those are pretty nice. One small little final thing. I really like having the reverse camera on this here. The problem is it's not adjustable at all. You just kind of have to deal with it from the factory position. The DRT Motorsports actually has an adjustable rear camera mount. I wish there was one for the front as well, but the front's pretty good position. The rear is too, but I would like to kind of maneuver it around just a little bit, and this was only like 60 bucks. So just a cool little add-on just to give it some adjustability to that rear camera. All right, so I just went ahead and pulled the bed back out, and our little camera is right there. So we're going to clip this zip tie, unplug this plug, and push it out. All right, and there's our little camera. All right, so we just popped our camera into our little mount here. It's got a little adjustment right here, and you can actually angle the camera now instead of it just being in a fixed position. So cool little upgrade. So we're just going to slide this back in, drill our mounting holes, done. All right, that little camera mount turned out nice. Now I'll be able to tilt it and kind of adjust it like I want to. Overall, I'm really happy with how the ProXP is turning out. And we've burned through all of our boxes of goodies. So it's developed a little bit of style, getting a little personality to it. And we're probably going to do some fussing with some of these decals. It's a little bit much for my taste. But all that will be a project for another day. So if you want to follow on with this build as well as all my other projects, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe for me. But I'm dirty, I'm tired, and it's late. So it's going to be it for this one. As always, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch any of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.